Hello, welcome back to Blender Sushi Live Noding. In this episode, we're gonna take a look at one node in Sverchok. It's called Points Inside Mesh. This is one of nodes that's underappreciated. I think it's actually very useful if you ever want to find like vertex points or actually points that's actually inside the mesh. So in this example, you can see there's like a torus mesh somewhere, and then there's this like a bubble of clouds kind of going through the donuts, and those are basically like a bunch of vectors, the vector p fields that's being moved over in the y directions, and it's kind of going through the volume of donuts, and whatever points that's inside the donuts actually being turned into metaballs objects. So that's actually the plan. If you know already how to do this, you can try it yourself and then come back. And I will start from scratch basically. So Sverchok, and we're gonna start with torus. Torus is a donut, and for this I'm gonna create a couple of viewer so we can actually see what's going on. So first of all, the torus, we only need to see the edges. I'm gonna hide the points, and I like to work with this guy actually. Okay, so that's the donut torus, and we can make it 16 by 16. And let's save this as point inside donut. And let's create our points. Vector p, vector p, and it's gonna be the vertices. And first we have to make sure the vertices is actually covering our donut. So by default, that's what we have. We need to scale it to fit the bounding box. There's actually a bounding box nodes that you can use so that it will cover the objects, but don't worry about that for now. So we have a bunch of points being scattered. It's more like a voxel, but we can randomize it at any time. And so we want to find out which point that's actually inside and which point that's actually outside of the torus. We can do that using point inside mesh. So we have two algorithms. You can test which one works better for you. But it's very simple. How to you just plug in the vertices and the face. This is like the mesh data of the torus or the donuts, and the points gonna be the vertex points of the vector p field. So as a result, we should have some kind of mask and vertices. If we check what mask is, it has false and true. Vertices gonna contain the vertices. So we just we use list mask out, so we can use the data. So vertices goes in there, masking goes in there. Now we can use the vertices, and now we can hide these points and check whether this is working for us. Doesn't seem to be working yet. So if I use data false, seems to be working. If I try, for example, like moving the points, so there seems to be some kind of happening. Yeah, I think that seems to be working. Sometimes I'm not sure whether we need to use level list 1 or 0 or 2. Let me check it. So both seems to be working. I can increase the number of points here. I will randomize and also increase this to 12 by 12 by 12. So we can see now. So there's a point going through. Excuse me. And then for the result, they both seem to be working. And let's try this with a Metaball. Smaller value for the radius. So let's see. One of them will give you like some kind of fail. So this one working fine. If you use number 2, oh, it seems to be working as well. So before I was testing this earlier, and then one of them didn't work properly, but this one seems to be working. And so yeah, that's actually pretty much it for this live noding. Oh, so this one gives an error when it's kind of escaping. I think it should be level 1 then. So this is better. It doesn't give like error message. Yeah, I think it should be level list of 1 for this case. So we have points that coming through and passing the donut. If you actually kind of push it up, you can use this just to, you know, like create an icing of the donut if you like. Like Andrew Price make this donut tutorial, and always kind of interesting when people create donuts using Blender. And that's actually like a very good tutorial by Andrew Price, I have to admit, and many people can follow really well. I should learn from that. Anyhow, so we got this icing that we can give a material with. So this donut should be maybe darker color. And the icing, select this one brighter color, something like that. But it can be, of course, you can use this for a lot of other use, not just icing of the donut. This is just a quick example. Now the donut is too dark. Just make it a weird color donut. So anyhow, that's a quick look at how you can use these nodes point inside mesh. I'll give you the node 3. So this is point inside donut, or other volume will work. Very useful. And yeah, just let me know if you have any more feedbacks or questions. But there you go. That's a very interesting nodes. There's also another one that I should point out. There's object ID point on mesh. That's actually working with objects level, not like this is working for component levels. So yeah, this is very basic setup, very basic example, but give it a try and then see really what you can use this for. So there you go. That's using Metaballs in the end. And yeah, thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.